Hey everyone! Today we're about to embark on an unforgettable adventure together. Whether you're a seasoned explorer or just someone who loves to marvel at the wonders of nature from the comfort of your screen, you're in for a real treat. We're setting out to discover one of the most breathtaking corners of the world, a place where the wild beauty of nature is on full display, and every step feels like you're walking through a living, breathing masterpiece. Our journey takes us to a land that seems almost otherworldly, a place where the sunrise paints the sky in shades of gold and pink, and the mist rolls over ancient fjords and towering peaks. Imagine waking up to the sight of sunlight breaking through the clouds, illuminating lush valleys and sparkling lakes that stretch as far as the eye can see. This is Fiordland, a region that feels like it was crafted by the hands of nature itself, with every detail designed to leave you in awe. Get ready to explore Fiordland National Park, nestled in the remote southwest corner of New Zealand's South Island. This isn't just any national park, it's a UNESCO World Heritage site, celebrated for its dramatic landscapes and untouched wilderness. From above, you can see deep blue fjords carving their way through lush green mountains, and the iconic Milford Sound, where sheer cliffs rise straight out of the water, creating a scene so stunning it almost doesn't seem real. Buckle up, because we're about to dive into a world where adventure and tranquility go hand in hand. Now, New Zealand is already world famous for its jaw-dropping beauty. You've probably seen those rolling green hills dotted with fluffy sheep, the kind of scenery that inspired the magical landscapes of The Lord of the Rings. Picture endless meadows, crystal-clear streams, and snow-capped mountains in the distance. It's a land that feels both familiar and fantastical, where every turn in the road reveals a new postcard-perfect view. But as incredible as all that is, Fiordland takes the magic to a whole new level. Fiordland is where New Zealand's wild heart truly beats. Here, the landscape becomes even more dramatic. Towering cliffs plunge straight into crystal-clear fjords, and ancient forests cling to the mountainsides. The waterways are so pristine they reflect the sky like a mirror, and the sheer scale of the scenery makes you feel small in the best possible way. It's a place that invites you to pause, breathe deeply, and soak in the wonder of nature at its most raw and powerful. Imagine standing at the base of a roaring waterfall, the sound thundering in your ears and the cool mist kissing your face. In Fiordland, waterfalls tumble down from dizzying heights, fed by rain and melting snow. Some are hidden deep within the forest, waiting to be discovered by those willing to venture off the beaten path. Others, like the famous Stirling Falls, cascade right into the fjords, creating a spectacle that's both humbling and exhilarating. It's like stepping into a postcard, but even better, because here you can feel the energy of the water and the freshness of the air all around you. So what are we waiting for? Whether you dream of gliding across a tranquil lake in a kayak, hiking through ancient rainforests, or simply soaking in the views from a scenic lookout, Fiordland has something for everyone. The adventure is just beginning, and there's so much more to see and experience. Grab your sense of wonder, and let's dive in together. Because Fiordland is calling, and trust me, you won't want to miss a single moment of this incredible journey. Okay, so where is this magical place we're talking about? Let's set the scene. Imagine a land at the very edge of the world, where the ocean meets dramatic mountains and ancient forests. It's a place that feels almost untouched by time, hidden away from the usual tourist trails. If you're looking for somewhere truly special, somewhere that feels like a secret waiting to be discovered, you're about to find it. Picture this: New Zealand's South Island, way down at the bottom of the globe. It's a land of contrasts, with snow-capped mountains, lush rainforests, and wild windswept coastlines. The South Island is famous for its natural beauty, but even here there's a place that stands out as truly extraordinary. See that little corner on the map? The one that looks like it's been nibbled on by the sea? That's Fiordland. It's tucked away in the remote southwest, a region carved by glaciers and shaped by the relentless forces of nature. The jagged coastline, deep inlets, and steep cliffs make it look almost otherworldly. It's tucked away, almost like a secret spot that only the most adventurous travelers ever get to see. The valleys are often cloaked in mist, and the forests are so dense and green, they seem to swallow up the light. It's the kind of place where you can stand in complete silence, surrounded by nothing but the sounds of nature. But trust me, this secret is worth sharing. Fiordland is a place that inspires awe in everyone who visits. Whether you're gazing out over a vast fjord, hiking up to a breathtaking viewpoint, or cruising through the still waters with dolphins playing alongside, you'll feel like you've stumbled into a hidden paradise. Fiordland National Park is huge, over 3 million acres. That's an area so vast it's almost impossible to comprehend. Imagine endless forests, towering mountains, and deep, mysterious lakes stretching as far as the eye can see. It's a true wilderness, one of the last great untouched places on Earth. To put that in perspective, Fiordland is bigger than Yellowstone, Yosemite, and the Grand Canyon combined. That's right. This single park in New Zealand covers more ground than 3 of the most famous national parks in the United States put together. It's a scale that's hard to imagine until you see it for yourself. Talk about a lot to explore, whether you're hiking ancient trails, paddling through crystal clear waters, or simply soaking in the views. Fiordland offers endless adventures. It's a place where every turn reveals something new and unforgettable, a true hidden gem in the South Pacific, just waiting for you to discover it. Now let's talk about what makes Fiordland so special. Get this. Fiordland is home to some of the most dramatic landscapes on the planet. We're talking soaring mountains that seem to touch the sky, waterfalls cascading thousands of feet, and crystal-clear lakes that reflect the beauty all around. These landscapes were carved by glaciers over millions of years. Can you imagine the power it took to shape those fjords? Talk about a blast from the past. But it's not just about the big stuff. Fiordland is also home to ancient rainforests. These forests are bursting with ferns, mosses, and trees that have been around for centuries. And get this, these forests actually meet the sea. It's like 2 worlds colliding in the most beautiful way possible. You can be walking among giant ferns one minute and gazing out at a fjord the next. And of course, no adventure is complete without a little wildlife encounter, right? Fiordland is a haven for some of New Zealand's rarest and most amazing creatures. Keep your eyes peeled for the cheeky kea, a mountain parrot known for its intelligence and mischievous personality. And if you're lucky, you might even spot a Fiordland crested penguin. These penguins are only found in this part of the world. Now, you're probably wondering, what can I actually do in Fiordland? Well, get ready for some serious adventure. Hiking is a must-do. There are trails for every fitness level, from leisurely walks to challenging multi-day treks. If you prefer being on the water, kayaking and boating are amazing ways to experience the fjords up close. Imagine paddling through those calm waters surrounded by towering cliffs and waterfalls. It's truly breathtaking. Speaking of breathtaking, let's talk about Milford Sound. This is Fiordland's most famous attraction, and for good reason. Milford Sound is a fjord that's been called the 8th wonder of the world. It's a place where massive cliffs rise straight out of the water, waterfalls tumble from dizzying heights, and seals bask in the sun on rocky shores. Before we wrap things up, let's take a moment to truly appreciate the remarkable history and enduring legacy of this incredible place. Fiordland is not just a destination. It's a living, breathing testament to the power of nature and the resilience of the people who have called it home for thousands of years. Its story is one of ancient landscapes, deep-rooted traditions, and a profound connection between people and the land. Fiordland has a rich and vibrant cultural heritage that stretches back long before European explorers ever set foot here. The Maori people, the original guardians of this land, have lived in harmony with Fiordland's wild beauty for centuries. Their deep respect for the environment is reflected in their stories, their art, and their way of life. Every carving, every artifact, and every sacred site tells a story of survival, adaptation, and reverence for the natural world. For generations, the Maori navigated these dramatic fjords by waka, or canoe, relying on their intimate knowledge of the tides, the weather, and the land. Their legends speak of Taniwa, mythical guardians of the waters, and of the creation of the fjords themselves, carved by the demigod Tutaraki Wanoa. These stories are not just myths, they are a living part of Fiordland's identity, passed down through song, dance, and ceremony. Today, you can still witness these traditions in the powerful haka, the intricate carvings, and the enduring presence of Maori culture throughout the region. In recognition of its extraordinary natural and cultural significance, Fiordland has been designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site. This prestigious status is reserved for places of outstanding value to humanity, and Fiordland more than earns its place on that list. Its ancient rainforests, towering peaks, and deep, mysterious fjords are home to unique plants and animals found nowhere else on Earth. But it's not just the scenery that makes Fiordland special. It's the sense of wonder and respect that it inspires in all who visit. Today, Fiordland is a place where people from all walks of life come to connect with nature, to learn from the past, and to help shape the future. Families hike its trails, children marvel at its pristine beauty, and conservationists work tirelessly to protect its fragile ecosystems. The legacy of Fiordland is one of stewardship and hope, a reminder that this land is not just a treasure of the past, but a gift to be cherished and safeguarded for generations yet to come. As we look to the future, let us honor Fiordland's enduring legacy by ensuring that its wonders remain unspoiled, its stories continue to be told, and its spirit lives on in all who experience its magic. So there you have it, folks. Fiordland National Park, a place where adventure meets tranquility, where ancient forests embrace the sea, and where every turn reveals a new wonder. If you're looking for an experience that will stay with you long after you've returned home, then Fiordland needs to be on your bucket list. Trust me, you won't regret it.